been able to medically and scientifically interrogate them to a point where we could actually put the right labels on them. It feels like you don't recognize it doesn't count, but a lot of them are quite potent, very. And we'll be talking about these and more much later in the day. Don't forget to keep your eyes peeled and your ears to the ground, because we definitely want to hear eyewitness report and situation from update from you. If you're ready, I'm ready for the 3 big stories. Join us live on Facebook and YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja on Facebook, at Nigeria Info Abuja on YouTube. So, telecom subscribers are threatening to sue NCC over the 50% tariff hike. The National Association of Telecom Subscribers says it will sue the Nigerian Communications Commission over the 50% tariff hike. On the 20th of January, NCC approved the request of the telecommunication companies, the telcos, to increase tariff. The adjustment came after the Association of Licensed Telecommunication Operators of Nigeria, ALTON, and the Association of Telecommunication Companies of Nigeria, ATCON, raised several concerns and asked the NCC to review call tariff upwards. Kyle Toyola, the Chief Executive Officer of MTN, said telcos wanted 100% tariff increase. That's what they were shopping for, 100%. But in approving the operator's request, the NCC capped the tariff increase at 50%, lower than what was demanded by them. And reacting to the development, Adeolu Ogunbanjo, the president of NATCOM, said the NCC did not carry subscribers along in the arrangement. Were you carried along? I wasn't. However, rumor has been making the round that there was going to be a tariff. I know at that point, you'll get assurances, have nothing to worry about. We haven't done that. Usually when I get those kind of speculations, my antenna is not like, that Spider-Man tingle. I have one in Niger. When they say, rest assured, we have enough stock to go around for more. Do not panic buy. It starts to tingle sadly. It's panic mode already. And when they tell you, don't worry, we're not reviewing any tariff upward, rest assured that the government tingle. Panic. Because it's definitely going to happen. Half the time it does. Well, he said the federal government approved 50% tariff hike, and that is unacceptable. That this will affect everyone from the biggest industry to the smallest companies, such as the point of sales operators, and it will increase operational cost. Oguma just said economic expert had x-rayed the telecom sector and said it was intensive care, meaning that it needed to be attended to. We now depend on telecoms for our meetings, for the bank. Everybody depends on it, even the education sector. Yes, a lot of things depends on it. So that is why we painfully agreed that, look, a moderate or marginal 5% to 10% increase will be fine. We don't mind an increase if it's to salvage the industry that is helping us. That means so much to us, and it's contributing double digits to Nigerians' GDP. So we appreciate that. It's painful, but we agree. We said, okay, we don't mind 5% or 10%. Now, this man is stunned that the government had to agree on a 50% increase. And he's saying that people are going through so much. These are challenging times, and to put up these on them, it's a little too much. On the 16th of January, Bosun Tijani, the Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, said a hike in telecom tariff would not exceed 60%. I bet he kept to his word, because at 50% sounds like I told ya. The telcos want 100%. We kept it halfway, even though you wanted 5%. But it sounds like a healthy middle ground, doesn't it? But the thing is, for a lot of people, Nigerians at this point in time, any extra, even if it's an extra kobo, even if you add shillings that we no longer use in the country to the value of what they have to pay, it becomes very problematic. But you also have to look at the side of what it means to do business in Nigeria. Yeah, it's a painful conversation to be had. What it means to actually float your business, to keep your business floating in the country and keeping it above that threshold productivity, margin where at least you can say you're getting something at the end of the day. I was talking with some people, and we're looking, even in our industry, the number of media houses that are going through so much challenge in just keeping their business going, paying their salaries and all of that. It tells you, how grim it is in some of these sectors. The telco guys are saying, see, we need to increase tariff. It's not all rosy as you make it sound. And the government managed to bring, their demand halfway, even though we wanted 10%, but apparently even the price of gas, oil, has gone way past 10% margin at this point in time. But what do you think at this point? Tijani said a 100% increase would hurt Nigeria and hamper the current country's economic growth. Would 50% not hurt, but to have 50% halfway, isn't it? Better have than 100%. Well, a lot of Nigerians have been responding to it, and the subscribers are saying, you know what? We're going to sue you, NCC. This is one burden we're not ready to take up at this point in time. Quite interesting. All right, let's look at the latest that is happening. We don't have all of the details just yet. However, news coming in is that the president is currently meeting with Governor Simi Fubara of Rivers State and the leader of Ogoniland at the presidential villa in Abuja. Governor Fubara arrived with Senator Lee Meba, and among the delegations were Senator Magnus Habe, Laka Nwogu, Chief Victor Kedom, Chief Kenneth Kobani, and quite a number of others that met with the president. They also present is the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, Mele Kyari, Minister of Environment, Minister Balarabe Abba, Minister of Information is there, and quite a number of others, including the National Security Advisor. I don't know what the agenda is. Don't ask me. I'm not a fly on the wall at the moment, but I tell you the filler will come out eventually. The agenda has not been made public. It may not be unconnected to the Ogoni cleanup, seeing, the caliber of people who are in the meeting, because some people are already saying, oh, the president has invited Fubara. Sure, that is this Wike Fubara matter he wants to wade into again. And this whole talk about Fubara did not. I remember he had a media parley and they were talking to wade in. There were agreement. End of the bargain. You saw that one. At least got to demand that you. So people were thinking it was that one. But let's say it just might be that and more. Just land cleanup. Remember, Bulama people already calling about an oil spillage in one part of it. They are polluting their waters. There's a lot of pollution going on in that area. The Ogoniland cleanup is an important one that it felt like beyond the razzmatazz of the launch and the initial phase where certain structures need to be set up. Nothing much has come out of it. So it'd be nice to have that follow-up conversation and see where we are in terms of the next phase of the Ogoniland cleanup, if that's what it is, and the resumption of oil exploration in Ogoniland. Recall that a coalition of civil society organizations had demanded an allocation of $1 trillion, that is, from the federal government for the cleanup of the Niger Delta and compensation for the loss of livelihood before the resumption of crude oil production in Ogoniland. The demands were tabled in a statement signed by the organization, including the Environmental Rights, Action Friends of the Earth Nigeria, Corporate Accountability, Public Participation Africa, and Health of Mother Earth Foundation, while expressing concerns over Nigerian government repeated plan to resume oil production in the community while they were still dealing with degradation, pollution, and all sorts in the region. So, if this is the reason why they're meeting at the moment, brilliant, fantastic, amazing. We should be meeting over that. Everything tied to Rivers State and that region should not just be about Wike Fubara politics. Like I mentioned, the whole of last year, can you think of one governance-related conversation we had about that state? It was all about politics. And the budget. How many people did you present to? Does it stand or not? But it's a good one to shift away from the politics of the matter and look at how governance is going on, setting promises by the federal government, state government. Are they living up to their promise, their commitment to the region? These are important conversations to be had, all right? And I'm glad that, the president is meeting with them. We'll give you details much, much later on how that pans out. Okay, let's look at your comment. We'll look at the third story, which is the National Assembly has summoned the finance budget ministers over allocation to solid mineral sectors. The Minister of Solid Mineral is surprised at the low allocation that has gone to his ministry. Solid Mineral, he says 5 billion. I feel like he added query to it, but it's not in the report. They're saying there's so much potential in the solid mineral sector, but we're not getting commensurate funding to execute certain things that we see as a possibility of exploding that sector and perhaps maybe creating the kind of jobs that we want to see, generating the kind of revenue that we want to see also from that sector. Let's go for a quick break.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Hello, my name is Kimberly. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
Location to it. Is it that I don't see a potential in it? What exactly is responsible? But then there's just so much. I feel like since the minister came on board for solid mineral, he's been doing so much, but, kind of like low-key, perhaps when it comes to formulating the policy, executing some things from the ground up. But a Nigerians feeling the impact coming from there in terms of what are you doing? Is there a buy-in? Is there a carry-along? Or is such a technical sector that might not need the updating constantly for Nigerians to know precisely what is going on, because it might not be going on every day, like with the minister of the FCT, or every day, like Minister of Works that you're always seeing on the road, or there's always one report about him, or the Minister of Power when there's a national grid collapse. And there are certain ministries that you might not get update frequently. Nothing new is happening like every day, but then they're very critical and very important sectors that Nigerians are waiting to hear something profound come out of. Are we there yet with the Ministry of Solid Minerals? No. Is it constraint about the funding going to it? It just might be. It just might be. So we'll get to see what comes out of the meeting now that the committee is inviting the finance and budget to come explain why just 5 billion is going to the Ministry of Solid Minerals. Let's open up the phone line 0700 951 0000 or 0809 5974869. Or you can call via WhatsApp or send a message via WhatsApp on 0809 9930 137. Hello?
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Yes, you are welcome.
Thank you. My name is Abdul calling from Jabi.
Go ahead, Abdul.
On the respect of Mr. President having meeting with the leaders of Oguniland and the governor of Delta and Port Harcourt, actually, to me, it's always going to be, when are we going to be serious in this country? The reason why that we are still talking about Oguniland up to now since 1999 is lack of credible leaders in the position of government. If you have faced it squarely and sort out the problem of the dilapidated Oguniland for the clean up, face it squarely if it is going to take a 20 billion or trillion, give it to them to those solid Jagatin company, bring them from anywhere to clean up the Ogoni land. Because this is what we all concentrate, oil. As I'm talking to you, in the next 10, 15 years, the developing world are not going to be demanding for crude oil because they are going for electric vehicles and all what I do. The scientific leaders in the developing world have already created a space for the developing world. So it's up to Nigeria to start thinking out of the box and forget about the tribalism, ethnicity, religion, political affiliation, and whatsoever, and start.
But you know what? I actually wish it was that easy for us to just get to that point, just kill this one hot. Because I feel like the minute we're able to see past this, we're on our way to, I don't know,
Actually,
getting something up. Because I feel like this is...
Because this thing has been happening since 1999. What is the problem? These people, they deserve doing anything in those regions because this is where the oil that we all rely on. And in the next 15 years, those countries that they are demanding for this oil, they are going to stop it. Just before the Trump come in, he's thinking about collecting, what is the name of this place that China and Mexico, actually it escaped my memory.
The Gulf of Mexico, renaming it the Gulf of America.
We have to be serious. Today is 3 days. We don't have constant light in Maitama. 3 days.
All right.
Where is the FCC minister? Where is the resources of management of Abuja? Where are the securities that they allow those people
to vandalize it here?
Babambola and Panteka people to be vandalizing government property. If you wanted to sort out the problem
all right, sir,
of a thing in federal capital, let them stop all the Panteka people. Let them vacate from Abuja.
All right.
Whether you will see change or not.
But how can you vacate them just like that? Is there a license on their forehead for you to just know, this is what you do, leave them? But yeah, there can be a process. I quite agree with you to cleanse, and organize things properly. Because this whole vandalism is getting out of hand. It's crazy. And I was so happy when the police, did their own raid and rounded quite a number of them up at that point in time. Let's hope that, the law would give you limit to which you can hold them until you charge them to court. So we'll see what plays out at the end of today. Joseph Orim, I see you on Facebook. Good to know you are watching us live. Paul Iloba says, it's been a long time, 4 months since you left Abuja. Well, at least you can still connect virtually. That's good to know. Sunday Daniel, you're welcome. Hello?
Hello, Shane.
Yes, you're welcome.
Afternoon, Shane.
Good afternoon.
What's from Nigeria? Okay.
Go ahead, Prophet.
How are you doing, Kim? How are you?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Are you okay now?
I'm getting a lot better. I would say 95%. Did I say 95% yesterday?
Okay, yes. I hope you all the Asian Northwest.
I'm good, Prophet Michael. Go ahead. Thanks for asking.
Yes, I don't want to comment.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's hear this caller. All right. Hello. Thank you very much. Let's hear this caller.
Princess Kim.
Hello. Yes, welcome.
Thank you. God bless you. New Year.
I wish you same, my brother.
Thank you. It's Obasanjo calling you from Amali, Niger State.
Niger State. I heard another tanker fell over and people are still scooping. These Niger State people, I see people are very stubborn in that place. I can see that.
Poverty, not stubborn. It's poverty. How stubborn you? You stubborn with poverty. Is your mate? Yeah. Poverty does not know the religion, the tribe, whatever you want to be. It's poverty. When poverty is knocking in.
Well, like a caller said some days back, or some weeks back, say poverty is not madness. Let's not just reduce people suspending their sense of reasoning because they're looking for where the next meal is going to come from.
Princess, I am telling you, poverty is a madness. Yes, poverty is a madness. Why? Because poverty will make you to be mad as individual. That you see some mad people running. It's poverty causes, make them to go into where they are not supposed to. You understand? That is the poverty. Poverty rate does not eat Jesus. Go to the poor country. What do you see? Why do we call them poor? Is it not the poverty?
All right.
If you come to Nigeria, if Oyibo comes to Nigeria, you will see the level of our community, how the water that we usually take, some of the water, gutter water that we take.
All right, Obasanjo.
It revive you.
I think I shouldn't have mentioned that tanker thing. I should have just left it quietly where people were scooping it and allow you to comment on the story. Now I feel like I started something that I might be difficult to control. Go ahead, though.
Thank you. On some of the budget, some of the minister is to tell you we have failed a failed government already. You can see all of the ministers, everybody is complaining. We should go back by what? By lending loans. Lending loans, which Mr. President has already come up on board, said the era of oil subsidy has gone. Then we have nothing to do with the loans. But now, reverse is the case. They have put us into another trouble. Dave Umahi, you failed Nigerian. You corrupt Nigerian. Nigerians are dying in the roads. Tankers are falling down on the road, on the national road. There's not any single infrastructure. Dave Umahi, I am talking, the Minister of Works. I am calling you that you go out, you said, you will run around all the national road for 20, how many days? For 1 month. I don't know whether you have done that or you have not done that. They have complaining. They want to take our money. They have stolen our money.
Okay. I don't know where it's headed at this point in time, but thank you very much. Let's see another caller.
Hi, sis.
Welcome to the show.
Ma'am. How are you?
Fine and well.
You sound better. I can give you 60%. Yesterday was 30%. So you can give mark if you are a teacher or student supervisor. Since I don't want to change your topic, but let me define poverty to you. Poverty is not the absence of things to eat, where to stay, but it's a thing of the mind. So you see somebody that does not have these things, the person will also have value for self. I stop at that. Telecoms, this morning, even people that are supporting subsidy is gone. At home, marketplaces, they were complaining that, they want to increase tariff. And I told them that that's the effect of subsidy is gone. These people are Nigerians. They pay workers. They buy fear. What do you expect them to do? They should keep charging us what they used to charge some years ago. It is not possible. That is the effect of subsidy is gone. Now, it should trickle down to each and every one of us. I remember I contributed by saying that it's not by fire, by force that you must buy airtime, buy data. You can minimize it just like one satellite service provider. When we know we cannot afford the TV is there, we know the one on our radio with the list. If you are tired, sometimes you quickly go read headline online and come back home. But I just now realized that it's not possible. It's going to affect almost everybody. For instance, if you keep your money in the bank, they send SMS to you, some online service, they are going to charge you more. Please, Abi, am I lying?
Well.
So when people were saying that inflation will go down, me, I'm seeing it higher, going higher. You say, I don't know where you are carrying us to. You are speaking correct English. One police officer said, I don't know where they carry me go, but I stop at that. Sister, as a Nigerian, what are we actually benefiting? We know we have this crude. Is it a blessing to us or not? If there's nothing that they will subsidize for us, we pay for everything. You buy palm oil, you pay for it. Crude oil, you pay for it. Everything, you pay for it. Where will they go? Times are hard. People are finding it difficult to eat. Today you wake up, they will say they remove subsidy in Gari. Tomorrow you will see that they say they are taking them to court. They will still win hands down. I'm not judging you. You know why? They even manage to follow due process. This electricity, they will give you how many units before you own it and AC. Bam!
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Omeza. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's Yusuf from Kuche.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm angry this afternoon.
So what?
Because a particular caller was justifying madness as poverty or poverty as madness. It cannot be possible. And we should hold ourselves accountable and responsible on this platform. People cannot come and be justifying evil. So if our politicians tell us that they steal our money because their constituents put pressure on them to steal money, you will now justify it. Is that what he's trying to tell us? Because there are circumstances pressuring you, you now become mad and crazy. That's what we're saying. For God's sake, we should be responsible on public on platforms like this. Please, we should not be taking this kind of content. People cannot be mad.
Well,
People just got burnt. A few days ago. and then they say another tanker fell down. People are scooping here, and the same people are coming to give a reason for such kind of acts. So where are we going in this country?
Well, that's why there need to be proper orientation and education for people to understand that they'll be held accountable for some of these things. And as much as we want to sing the whole song about poverty, which we've been singing for a very long time, and only God knows how long, Nigeria will continue to be grappling with the issue of poverty. We need people to understand that they need to place value on their lives. We talked about this extensively. Was it yesterday or thereabout when we had that case in the news? So it's something we'll continue to ring. All right. Yes, it's still the big three stories, and we looked at some of those key stories. We touched on the solid minerals. Someone sent in a comment, I think it's on our YouTube, GTV says, Solid Mineral Ministry, they should tell us how much they've brought into the treasury before they can complain of 5 billion naira budget that has been sent to them. Just so you know, the National Assembly on Monday summoned the Minister of Finance, Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Adu, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, to explain the federal government's commitment to diversifying the country's economy from its heavy dependence on crude revenues. The Senate and House of Representatives Joint Committee on Solid Minerals, while summoning the ministers, said, they were concerned about the paltry sum of 5 billion naira that was, allocated to the Ministry of Solid Minerals in the 2025 budget. Ejima Bagudu had to appear before the committee in company with the Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation and answer all of these questions. This was after the Minister of Solid Minerals, Mr. Dele Alake, appeared before lawmakers on Monday to express the frustration he had faced fighting really hard to increase the budgetary allocation to the ministry without success. Like I said, the lawmakers, that all his effort could only get the ministry an initial envelope of 5 billion naira. In fact, to let you know, the envelope we first received was 5 billion. I don't know if you're aware of it. 5 billion. The way he stressed on the 5 billion, the man was shocked. And he said they're looking at substantially increasing it if it does happen to 9 billion, if it does happen. So what they've received 5 billion, hoping that maybe they time the 4 billion. But the National Assembly is wondering why so little. But you know what? I followed some key aspects of the debate. And it felt like from trade to this one to defense, so they all said they didn't get enough. And honestly, if you listen to the argument, they didn't get enough. But that's all the money we have. So it invariably means that if your ministries are saying we're not getting enough, where is the enough going to come from? Money. Where's the excess going to come from? Did you not hear the Minister of Works subtly put it out and say, be begging the president to borrow more money? So if Solid Minerals say it's not enough, trade is saying this cannot even help us live up to the renewed hope agenda when it comes to trade. Defense is saying, what? Not enough. Everyone is saying not enough. Where's the money going to come from? We're already paying through our noses in terms of tariff, taxes, fuel. So getting it from the people, squeezing you will not get that enough. Borrowing, apparently, will be the next best bet. Should we be doing that? Well, you tell me. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Thank you. This is Patrick from Akam.
Patrick, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. I can speak on the petrol tanker thing and the poverty thing, right?
Well, it's not our story. I just picked it up because he called from Niger State. It's not one of the key stories we're looking at.
Okay, so maybe I'll call back later then.
All right, then. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Patrick. Hello?
Hello, Kim. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is CJ.
CJ, talk to us.
Yeah, budget of solid mineral. Please let them create that budget. Solid mineral is one of the mineral resources that give Nigeria income, gives Nigeria money. It's not like road or other ones. They will spend money and they will not see anything income. I'm not saying that road is not good, but you see that solid mineral. No any state in this country will not see this solid mineral. Please let them give this man more money and thoroughly follow up over it, so that they will use it judicially. And I believe they will get it 3 times, if not 5 times of that money they will give him. You understand? There is good, there is coal, there is any type of mineral resource, solid mineral resources you will see in this world, is in Nigeria. They're supposed to, after crude oil, they're supposed to follow this solid mineral resources and enhance more resources from it. More money will come from solid mineral if they truly follow it up judiciously and use the money. I believe the money will come back 10 times. That is my take. Thank you.
All right. I don't know how you arrived at it to arrive 10 times, but he sure is a man of faith. Hello.
From Kuche.
Go ahead, sir.
The complaint from the solid mineral ministry is not germane. We expect the minister to tell us how he used what was budgeted last time. He should tell us what he did with it, and then the promise. What is he promising us this time around? He should give account of what he collected. Every minister that is complaining about his budget should tell us what he did with what was given to him last time. We will not just be allocating money for allocating sake. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Well, that's something we don't do enough of, like after a budget circle, to really interrogate in terms of implementation of the budget. And we do have provisions now, Lord, that talks about in the quarterly update of the budget. Back then, you just hear government say, we performed really well in terms of the implementation of the budget. But how are we supposed to assess your performance? You're giving yourself a pat on the back, but the people are not carried along to know, indeed, the level of performance of that budget. So when it comes to budgeting and budgeting circle in Nigeria, it's still shrouded in a lot of misinformation. Not misinformation or lack of proper information. Misinformation is wrong. Delete that. Forget I said it. Enough for people to know, okay, this ministry, what went into there? How did they expend? What did they do? Kind of something like a breakdown where people are aware of the journey from start to finish. You start and then, you lose them halfway because you don't know what's happening. What even got cash backed at the end of the day? It affects proper accountability of our budgeting circle at the end of the day. Hello.
Hello, Tim.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah. Kimberly, my name is Chinedu.
Chinedu, good to hear from you.
Yeah. Kimberly. Fubara and the others in the Aso Villa. And they are talking of the cleaning up of Ogoni. I thought which cleanup exercise did Buhari kick off during his tenure?
But they already told you that cleanup is not going to happen overnight. It's a 20-year plan to clean up from start to finish. So yeah, it's continuing.
But can they tell us the extent the cleanup has gone?
Now you ask.
Television kick off.
Now you're asking an important question because Nigerians would love to know where they are at the moment.
Yes, because that happened in the first tenure of Buhari. And he spent 8 years, and let's say 7 years after that. So if it is something that they took it very serious, that cleanup should have gone more than half. And we are still talking about it right now. So I think we are not serious as a nation, to be sincere. We are not serious. When we are serious, you will see things begin to happen. And they happen very quickly. They map out money. Now you see all the ministry, everybody is shouting, the money is not enough, the money is not enough. And the other one is certainly asking Mr. President to go and borrow more money. Can he show us what he has done with his previous year budget? The extent of work that he has done. How much was budgeted? This is amount that have been given us, and this is amount of work that has been done. They cannot. And every year, they keep repeating the same ritual. And they end up doing the same thing. At the end of the tenure, everybody will just smile to the bank, they go, another government comes in, and we start afresh. keep doing the same thing years after years.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, Nandi Elias, is that your name? It says he's watching from okay, since it's from Jos, believable. Thank you very much. Pauline says, Nigeria is a place where the poor are left in their own fate. Law does not favor them. Security does not favor them. There's vandalization and power installation in Maitama. They reach people's metro, and security is now seriously awake. This single incident shut down pantakers for days. The same or worse case of vandalization has been perpetrated by hoodlums in rural areas like Kabusa and other places where the poor live and nothing happened. Pantakers were not shot. Security institutions did absolutely nothing as the perpetrators moved freely. All right, Paulinus. David EJ says, which way Nigeria? Nigerian lives matter. Does it matter at all? You're asking a question or you're making a statement, or there's a question mark, so definitely a question. Hello.
Hello, Kimberly.
Uncle, welcome.
Good afternoon. I'm from Niger State.
Go ahead.
See why we say check our balance is very, very important. Minister, she's telling us that the one they give today is not enough. The one that we're giving to them, you can bring change. You understand? As long as the one they give to you is not enough, which means the one that has been given to you is not enough. I think for me, you should use the reserve one that has been given to you to complete this one. You understand? That is how government is supposed to run, or a company. Understand? It's not enough. There is no how you give that it will be enough. Money, after all, we don't have now. Money you want. Nigeria will not go and borrow because of you. I think they should manage what they have. That is it. For Donald Trump.
So what would Nigeria? We'll talk about that in the next hour. So don't worry.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, Tim. Good afternoon.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, my name is Katie. I'm calling from August.
Go ahead, sir.
First of all, about what happened in Nigeria. Actually, I think it's not rational for someone to say...
Mr. Kedi, I did not allow one caller contribute on this Niger tanker.
I think that was not even a topic, I know.
Yes,
but
sir.
what I'm saying is that I think we should value it for ourselves, because life is only one. Now, back to your topic. I saw one of the ministers answering the lawmakers that he doesn't even know the figure of number of unemployed people in Nigeria. I don't think after about how many months, the minister is not able to even tell us that he knows the record of unemployed. Then he should not be asking for more money. And then for those who are asking for more money, I agree with Madam Umeza. You see, whether we like it or not, that is the effect of subsidies removed. Tim, I don't know whether in your own family budget, if any budget you do or as that for now, is the money enough for anything? The money is not enough. Every day you do a budget, you go to the market, you discover that the money is not enough. So for those who are asking for more money, just as other callers have said, let us know how diligent they have, been able to use the one they were giving. Then we'll be able to support them if they need more money. If not, I don't support that we should go and borrow it to come and add more money to people. After all, at the end of every year, we are always told that what is left, they just do a barakabada with it and they go home. So I think it's not enough for anybody to just come and say, I need more money. At the family level, we need more money. I don't know what team you need more too, because your budget, I know, is not enough. So also every Nigerian, including myself.
I've never met a man who doesn't agree to needing more.
I don't know how long they will keep on cleaning that place.
No, but it's meant to run for 20 years, 2 decades.
Pardon?
It's supposed to run for like 2 decades. The thing is, where we are at the moment, are we, keeping pace with the plan that we have for that cleanup, or are we lagging behind? That's what we should be interrogating. But the cleanup, Ogoni did not get polluted overnight. It can't happen overnight.
If we are keeping to the plan, that cleanup should have been completed.
But it's just that they do it, stop somewhere, and then tomorrow they come back, they ask for another clean up. As if the place is not clean up. I don't believe it. I think that's because it's another way to get more money. But God help us. Let's value our lives. If government doesn't value us, please, there's no way going to scope for where you know that it is done.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's hear you next, and I would go through messages. Hello.
Hello, Jim. Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. This is Frederick calling you from Gordon Park.
Frederick, you're welcome.
Thank you. This issue about Ogoni, please, I could remember the former president gives the vice president a responsibility to take care of that, about the cleanup. Now, it's unfortunate that every other government comes with its own policies and everything. A lot of money has been budgeted for that, even before Jonathan. But what I believe is that, just like one other seller said, our system is just now quite long. He said, we're not serious, and that is it, because I could remember that of Gulf of Mexico, and apart from the Gulf of Mexico, it took them just years to clean up. Just few years. So what's wrong there? What was it that we can't do? I heard what you just said, that it was not an overnight thing. Yeah, really, but for that sake, how many years today? More than 15, 20 years. So if we have a serious government, definitely they could have
about 10 thereabouts
achieved a lot concerning that. Seriously. And the issue about this tariff, right? Something like that you mentioned?
Yeah. Telecom.
Thank you. Yeah. Concerning even the budget, the minister, what's his name? Whatever.
Solid minerals.
Let me tell you, yeah. All the previous and the present government are doing is just all their consideration is just on oil. Because Ajakuta Steel Complex is so far from you, Mamana. It's so far from you. Why is that place like that till date? I could remember when, what's the name of this one, was talking about $54 billion naira that was fixed for what they call, was it public works or so, when this Minister of Aviation was the minister then. I could remember. 50 billion naira can fix that place then. Well, why now? The Ajakuta complex is just here. And let me be sincere to you. We've been traveling to a lot of places. I can tell you, was it not quite long now traveling around Bauchi? I saw a lot of people coming out from a distance flight. And I asked a rider there, because I said, what's going on down there? Like, not any banditry, whatever, so that we should know what we'll do.
All right.
Just imagine, told me that those guys are mining gold down there.
I don't think we've interrogated what is happening in that sector enough. We have not. When we're ready to have that conversation, we'll get there eventually, because we've got so much potential. I don't understand our obsession with just the oil. Is it because it's the easy way out, or some people just deliberately want to keep it that way for their own personal interest? Because it doesn't look like it's for the interest of Nigeria enough. I thought Nigerian government denied that there's nothing like increment in telecom industry. Why these talk about the increment again? This is clear indication that these people are not with us at all. No empathy, no sympathy, except apathy. They should consider the people Ludadi Abiodun said. The Ministry of Solid Minerals should be able to generate their own revenue without stress. Yeah, that's a solid argument, but doesn't work that way apparently. And the meeting with the Rivers State Governor and prominent Ogoni persons is about the resumption of crude oil production activities by NNPC in Ogoni land. Recall that NSA visited the region the previous week on the subject for this legwork. Comrade in CBD, yeah, did mention that might be, given the crop of people who are there, it points to that. Kimberly mumbled beneath her Vanessa breath. I'm a princess. Josiah from Kujai, that came out of nowhere like princess, like really? It's quite sad telco companies have decided to hike their tariff. when they're actually making bills per second in Nigeria, even the price of vouchers have been increased. So what are they doing with the money? Abbas, of since that time again. Do you know how much your country, your economy, and doing business has changed between then and now? Have some heart, Abbas. Abbas said when they were charging you extra for vouchers, what do they do with the extra that they'll be billing people extra at this point in time? I hope they won't come back to complain that they're not making enough profit, just like Pay TV, who like their price and are now canvassing people to come and subscribe. Let NCC try and do something about the tariff hike. What's happening in Nigeria is not poverty, but greed and corruption. Have you been to Niger State? I don't see people being so poor there, says the Bats reporting from Duse.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.